Evans again with a shot. There's a stall call on Chalakian. Now he takes his first shot. Now we're getting into some action here. Back and forth. Evans trying to fight this off. Keeping a hold of that ankle. This is the best opportunity Chalakian's had. And a stalemate comes. What a job by Evans to fight that off.
Cool.
Chalakian just caught him on his heels on that double leg.
Chalakian had a hold of that ankle, but nothing comes of it. Nice job by Evans to get free and still.
But he's got a tough one here today in Hunter Garvin.
Hunter Garvin, the redshirt sophomore from Iowa City. Last year was the third freshman in school history to be named an NCAA All-American for Stanford. 9 of his 15 wins, excuse me, 9 of his 25 wins coming against ranked opponents, had 15 wins by bonus points. So really impressive freshman campaign for him.
The Stanford bench has the best view of it. With those shoulders, were they down? The referee could not see it.
.110 to go in the first, and Kessler once again on the defensive.
Good job with his hips hopping over that time. Doesn't get the reversal, but just gets the escape.
8-point hole here heading into the second. Another escape point for Kessler. Right time 120 in favor of Garvin. Yeah, really big decision there to not grant Kessler the control there by the referees at the end of the first. That really could have flipped this match around a little bit, but
of the last period. Gonna say Garvin, it feels like his foot's kind of been off the gas a little bit, so to speak. So interesting call there for the stall.
We will head to the third. Kessler still in a 7-point hole. And once again, the story of the ACC, a lot of ranked.
There's a stalemate. He goes right to that underhook to a leg. Kessler again goes to it, doesn't able to stick with it. Now a shot in, he wanted to try to pancake over. Bear hug here. We talked a little bit about how Stanford felt they were starting off fast and not finishing strong, and vice versa for the Panthers. Well, that match was a perfect way to showcase that. I mean, Stanford came out early there with the lead, big lead early. Looked like, oh man, this one could be a tech or a fall, but doesn't end up being the case, and it goes back to slow ending. He'll get the takedown on Augustine.
Norman, also the reigning ACC Wrestler of the Week, after he took home the title at the Midlands. Coach Ayers said he wrestled all 3 periods in every match, which is, like we mentioned before, something he really stressed to his team about prior to starting conference play here tonight.
Front headlock applied.
Augustine, another one of the pit wrestlers who was forced to medically forfeit at Midlands. Back and good to go tonight, though. So he trails 6-2 at the end of period number 1. Mentioned Lorenzo Norman, already such an accomplished wrestler in the early part of his career.
Norman's generally, when forced down into that front headlock, been able to get out. This is the first time he's spent extended time on his knees, but able to use his height and get to his feet quickly. Knows he doesn't want to get down underneath with Augustine.
Seems like there's been a couple points in this match as well where Augustine could have fallen out of it, but hold it.
Let's get the optional start. Let's get him on his feet.
Critical point in the match for Stanford as well. It's the last higher ranked wrestler they will have over the Panthers the rest of the way.
Augustine has yet to be close to getting a takedown, but nice shot there. Great, best shot he's had all night. He's got to try to finish here.
Augustine trying to get to 3.
Augustine has to drive. Good whizzer there by Norman. And Norman hangs on.
Just misses at the end there. Augustine the aggressor late for sure, but Norman able to hold on at 174.
And Norman able to hold on and get the 8-6 victory. But here it is, driving late was Augustine. Extra points you can have certainly helps, so they expect Heller to come out here and try to put on a solid performance.
Wojciechowicz redshirted last season, where he wrestled at 174 and 184. Does have one ranked win so far this season, where he had a win at Midlands over 22 Maximus Hale of UPenn. So Heller staying on the offensive here at the end of the first period. One in which a takedown has him up to a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, unable to finish there was Heller. He'll go on the bottom for the second.
Heller, the transfer from Hofstra, came over after the 2021-22 season, which feels like ages ago.
Kind of 30 seconds left here in the second. 5-2 lead for Heller.
Pitt still down 1 in the team score, trying to make up that advantage here, 184.
Yeah, because if not, a takedown alone won't give him the major decision. Shot in by Wojciechowicz, and imagine we'll get a stalemate of some kind here. Heller trying to battle through it.
Right side point officially out of the equation for both wrestlers.
And the nation.
Stem the 5th year out of Yorkville, Illinois. Max Stout, another one of the local products on this Pitt squad from Mount Lebanon. In his redshirt sophomore season, has kind of gone under the wing of Nino Bonacorsi as well upon his graduation. Understandably so. You win a national title, 197. That's a pretty good mentor to have in that same weight class. Max Stout picking up some accolades of his own as well in the early part of his collegiate.
Wrestling a similar style to the way Nino did. A lot of similarities between these two guys. Both grew up in the South Hills of Pittsburgh. Stout, Mount Lebanon, and Bonacorsi, Bethel Park. Neighboring schools, and neither one of these guys won a state title. They were state finalists, but never won a state title. But yet Bonacorsi came away as a national champion. Stout hoping he can do the same.
Speaks a lot to the development of this Pitt program as well.
Yeah, decision loss here from Stanford still puts you within striking range. To it as the underdog at 285. And on top of that, be asking your heavyweight, hey, you got to also get bonus.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a tall task.
Stammet trying to make up some of that ground here midway through this second period. Still down 4. Around there towards the end of the period, but tries to make a move and doesn't pay for it, but making a push there towards the end of the second as you see Patrick Bruckey, another one of these former wrestlers under Coach Ayers at Princeton, kind of moving over to the West Coast with him in that move as well.
Yeah, a guy who wrestled at 197, so we talk about Stout and his development with Bonacorsi. Well, Brucky is here helping out Stemmet, and